Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Activities for People Living with Dementia. We're proud to offer this series with funding from the Area Agency on Aging and the United Way of Tarrant County. Some of our programs are recorded and some are made available for viewing through a YouTube channel for future use. I am Martha Brown, your host for today's activities. Today, we have Caleb and Bethany from the Fort Worth Museum of Science and History. I don't know what they're going to bring to us, but it looks interesting, so I'm going to turn it right over to them. Caleb and Bethany, take it away.
Yes, hello. It's funny you say that in terms of you don't know what all we're bringing, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm bringing y'all either.
Oh, good.
So it's been a while since we've been with you guys. And during that time, we've had a couple new people actually hired to collections, one of which is our new collections assistant, who will in the future most likely be joining us and leading these discussions. However, she was not able to make it today, but she pulled all of this stuff. And so I will be doing my best based off of her notes and what little knowledge I have to talk to you guys about these things. And Bethany is here to help.
And some of you guys may actually recognize some of this stuff.
Yes, absolutely. So definitely we'll be relying on y'all as well. But the theme that she went with today is all sorts of cosmetic things. So we just have a whole smattering of different things from our collection. And we'll just go down the list that she printed off for me.
Since you probably don't use much makeup, right, Caleb?
I can count on one hand the amount of times I've had makeup on me, and that would be 0.
Halloween?
0?
Oh, yeah. Not even Halloween.
Technically, I did do zombie makeup once to help a friend film something. So once. There we go. Yes.
Go, Caleb.
So we will start with these two things. If you want to look down at Bethany's screen.
Hold on, I don't know. This may just make you sideways. Oh, there we go. It's bigger.
Nice.
Let's see if we'll get Bethany on there and we'll add a pin so that Bethany and Caleb are sharing the big screen. Bethany's on the left and Caleb's on the right for me. Is that the way y'all see it with little people at the top?
I don't see them.
Oh, no.
Is there a way to?
Yeah.
If you're on a grand pad, you can pinch your screen and make it bigger. Okay, Caleb.
Okay.
Oh, Bethany, that's great.
We'll start with these couple of things, which some of you may know are, one is a curling iron and the other one is a crimper. Let's see. It looks like the curling iron is from about the 1900s. Oh, this does have a plug-in. We were guessing this might have been one of the older ones that you had to warm up in the oven, but this does look like at least this one has a plug, so it is electrical. However, this crimper most likely would have been heated up. Because it does not have a cord. So I'm guessing this is probably the 1900s one, and this is the 1930s.
Yes.
Which would make sense. Isabel has an interesting note on her notes where she talks about her grandmother, who whenever she would straighten either her or her kids' hair, they would use a staircase to do it. So I don't know if any of y'all have any memories quite like that or what, but I found that very interesting. Yes. But yes.
Was that so that grandma didn't need to bend over?
I think so, and just to have a flat surface.
Well, I'm thinking if there was a lot of hair, then grandma had to move down the hair.
Yeah.
And grandma would get shorter.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be something that y'all have to remember to ask Isabel about whenever she is here next time.
Tell her we asked. Thank you.
I will, yes. But yes. Let's see. A jar of Brilliantine. Is that?
I believe it's this one.
Or is that the pomade?
It's pomade.
Oh, okay. Yes, it is. Yes, so we have this pomade, which you can see that there's still some in here. I'm sure it smells lovely. One of the things we both liked about it was this lovely drawing on the top of it, right there.
Good shot, Bethany.
So yeah, we love that. And of course, it's funny because now I use pomade in my hair to style it. But I think this was used primarily for conditioning the hair, and should it ever like get burnt or scorched from using.
Was there heat resistant spray?
Was there? Yeah. Wonder, does this open? Oh,
does it open?
It does.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's not a horrible smell. Still in there for 100-year-old pomade.
Is it as bad as the medicine that you went through?
It is not as bad as the medicine. Oh, that was rough. So yes, those are some of those things. Over here, more on the guy's side, we have some straight razors from throughout the years. Let's see. Kits. So we have a real straight razor there. Then we have these little kits with the razor blades inside of them. I'm going to open this up without touching myself.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, try not to.
We don't like hospitals.
Nope. Don't need that workers' comp.
Oh gosh, no.
Not a good way to use it.
It's
Nope.
not. It's not worth it.
We'd believe you.
Yes.
It's razor shaped.
Yes. Razor shaped. There's probably more to it, but I'm not doing it.
My father used one like this.
Really?
You're doing it
I
right.
don't feel it.
Caleb, you're doing it right.
Didn't they have a tanning belt or something that they used to sharpen it?
They
A
did.
razor strop.
We have
Yeah.
one right here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Seeing if there's a date for this one. I don't see it on there. All of these are around 1900s or so. Everything. But yes, you're absolutely right. Take a straight razor and just run it up and down like so. Just sharpen it.
Sweet Todd.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about that.
Sweet Todd.
Or having any of these close to my neck without a guard on. Yes, and I believe these two right here are this one actually. It was an Army issued one.
Yeah, it's on the top of it.
Yes, which is 1918, so just after World War I. Probably like what they would have used in World War I for sure.
Oh, cool. What's written on the front flap?
It says
Something ready. Army.
Yeah.
Ever ready?
Forever ready Army
Kit, maybe.
Oh, cool.
One of my favorite facts, this would happen before it, about militaries and shaving. So during the late 1800s, you start seeing the style change where you get the big mutton chops and the big beards and the mustaches and stuff like that. So that came around because during the Crimean War, the British were starting, it was everybody was clean shaven. That was the style. But they were noticing that a lot of soldiers were dying because of infection because they would be shaving and cutting themselves and they would get infected. And so to prevent that, the officers started to stop shaving, and that's when you get the mutton chops and the long beards. But that became the style because of those people. So it's just this like very interesting, like, oh, why is it in the 1800s do we start seeing people with giant beards and mutton chops? Well, it's because the British wanted to stop dying
not from war,
from infection and things like that. So
as they say, form follows function.
Yes. Yep. So just a little interesting story that I love about that and shaving and that. To go back even further, all the way back to ancient Egypt, actually, we have a couple of things here: a cosmetic jar and then an applicator. So some of you may or may not know that makeup was very heavily used in Egypt, although it is somewhat debated on whether or not it was continuously used throughout ancient Egypt or if it was just a style that people painted in. We know that in some form or fashion, people did do it, but whether or not the consistency of it and how common it was is debated. Because you have in Egyptian art a continuance of style. So in the real life, styles may have been changing, preferences and looks would have been changing, but for whatever reason, they kept their art and how they depicted people the same, pretty much throughout the Old, Middle, and New Kingdom, really until the Greeks come along, does it stay the same. But regardless, this would have been an applicator, basically. It's made out of bone, and it would have used probably to put coal around their eyes. So probably know that's very typical Egyptian look of it. What?
I've heard rumor that it's to keep sun in their eyes. I've heard other.
I think it's debated about the
why.
reasons why that was such a common look. And it might even be debated whether or not that was actually a look, or not. But people who have done a lot more studying and are much more knowledgeable than me probably
Could answer the question.
Could answer that question better. It's funny. One of the oldest pieces of art we have from Egypt is something called the Narmer palette. You should absolutely, if you have the chance to go look it up, it's a beautiful piece. But it's basically like a vase-shaped plate that depicts probably the first unifier of Upper and Lower Egypt. So before you get the Old Kingdom around 3000 BC or so, Egypt is divided up into two, and is later unified by a man named Narmer, the pharaoh. And the reason why people know that is that on this palette, on one side, you have him depicted with one crown, and on the other side, he's depicted with a different crown. But what's really interesting about this is that the plate itself was used for makeup. There's a little hole indentation in it that would have functioned like this, where they would have ground up coal or whatever to use and then apply the makeup to it. So just interesting that one of the most famous and most important historical pieces from that time period was used for makeup, which is really cool. Let's see. And obviously, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, I realize that I'm kind of flying through all these things. So if you have any questions, we can all go back, but please let me know and feel free to speak up.
Caleb, I'd love to know what coal is, what it comes from. Do you know?
I would love to know that as well. I always thought it was some sort of, I guess whenever I heard it before, I just thought it was coal, but it is definitely spelled differently. It's spelled Kohl. Let me see if I can just look it up real fast. Okay, well, I don't need Kohl's shopping. There we go, Kohl eyeliner.
You got some smiles on that one, Caleb.
Did I? Great.
Yeah.
What is Kohl? It is a lead sulfide.
Ooh, rough.
So
you put lead on their eyes?
That's what.
Big shocker.
According to Wikipedia. So take that for what it will.
It would have been common.
Now it does say, back to your earlier point, that it is effective for protecting the eye from the sun and damaging radiation. So that might have been part of it for sure. So yes, it is a lead sulfide.
Lead in the eye.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Fun.
I'm just imagining getting that in your eye now and just that grainy feeling.
Yes. Ooh.
No, thank you. Okay.
I'll just go through their emo phase. It's fine.
Let's see. Moving over here now, we have some rouge in a lotion bottle.
Oh, fancy.
I think one of the interesting things about these golden ones.
Oh, look at those things. It's so cute.
3 Flowers Compact is that it's the same company as this bottle, and I believe the company still exists too.
The Three Flowers Company?
Three Flowers. I think it's a French company, maybe.
It says it's in Paris.
So, a little interesting. These were around the 1900s too. So, 100-year-old business still going strong. Let's see. Can't quite get this.
They knew how to decorate, didn't they?
They did.
Some rouge in there. Look at that.
Anybody have any questions while they're opening things up?
Some more rouge. Oh, that one's broken. Sad.
Yeah. A little pink.
I like watching those videos where they get broken compacts and then they fix them. You wouldn't watch it.
I don't.
You don't even wear makeup. What do you know?
Except for that one time.
Except for the one time.
Yes.
Zombie makeup.
Zombie. I'm pretty sure I fainted because it like was blocking up my pores and I couldn't breathe. My face couldn't breathe. It was a lot of fun experience. Let's see.
Now you know what we go through.
Liner.
Yes, I know.
Ooh, that's some nice black pigment. Look at that.
Yeah. See if.
What's that made out of?
Well, it's definitely black.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder what they
These
would.
have some lovely smells to them.
Wonder if they would use something. I mean, I'm used to seeing mascara with wands and applicators.
They would have used an applicator wand.
So kind of like obviously not like this,
No.
but
Is it mascara or is it liner? Does it say?
this says mascara.
Yeah, they would have had a wand of some sort.
Okay, interesting. That one is 110 years old. Not sure how healthy that would be to go around your eyes nowadays.
Yeah, maybe we should put the lid back.
Yeah.
Don't kill yourselves over us.
Try not to. You know, if I survived pouring out the medicine from the 1800s.
Flash Lux. We'll have to look it up and see what's in it next time.
Yes, we will.
We'll do that real quick.
But yes.
And this is the same perfume?
It is, yes.
Or
Not as that.
Not as
No.
that one. So this is a perfumed lotion, yes?
Yes. Red rose lotion.
Do y'all know when you acquired these items?
Ooh, is that even title?
I'm sure it is in the database.
Let's see, what does it say?
I would guess
Sorry, guys. Down the
1970s, 1980s,
Ah,
most likely.
okay, 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff like this.
Pour a liberal amount onto palm of hand and then apply to face or hand and massage well until entirely absorbed. That sounds like it's 6% alcohol.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it make you feel a little good.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of our, a lot of this stuff,
And
minus
and
the ancient Egyptian stuff, a lot of it comes from family members who, it was either their parents or their grandparents, and they were going through their stuff and felt like we might be interested in it. We actually our most recent acquisition was a nurse's cape from around World War II from a lady whose grandmother or mother wore it while she served in the nursing corps during World War II.
She's in Alaska, right?
Yeah, she was stationed up in Alaska. Now it's really cool. We might need to bring that. We'll probably bring that out at some point for y'all to see. It's very cool. It's a very long cape for it because it's a shoulder cape, but it goes down to basically your
Alaska's
waist.
cold.
That's true. Well, she got it in California.
Huh.
Yes.
You never know.
Hey,
Caleb and Bethany. Don?
Yes.
did you say something about when the three flowers cosmetics was made? Did you?
They are Three's Cosmetics, 1900s.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
1900 or so.
I really am curious to see if that company is still in business. We'll have to look that up.
I really feel like that's what she said it was.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, have that continuation.
We probably also don't want to put that on our face.
No.
The 100-year-old.
No.
I have Google up. What is it? The Three Flowers, what?
Company
Compact.
or compact?
The Three Flowers Compact.
I think the It may say what it is the company offering.
The 3 company is the Flavors and Fragrances Aroma Supplier in Stevensburg, Virginia.
Oh.
That's probably not the same.
No, I don't see anything on here about that. She just kind of told me it.
Let's see. It says Free Flowers. And this one says New York and Paris. Yeah, New York and Paris. Richard Hudnut. Looks like it would be wrong thing. Owner this time.
Yeah, she has a note that says the hair pomade company is still in business.
It almost looks like a pie.
Somebody said it looks like a pie.
I did.
It does kind of, doesn't it?
Yes. Ooh, a nice pumpkin pie too.
I'm just thinking that's probably the first where the first thought where Mary Kay went, oh, I'm going to make makeup.
Oh yeah.
Probably, yes. And then the
Vintage
car followed.
Pink Cadillacs.
In Cadillac.
Yeah.
That's right. I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, it's a Cadillac.
Was it not Jaguar?
No, it's Cadillac.
Oh, okay.
Cadillacs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bethany,
Yeah.
I did find on Google, actually it's under Pinterest, Richard Hudnut, quote, 3 flowers, unquote, lipstick in raspberry. And that's dated March 2016.
Oh, so
And there's a compact on eBay.
I wonder if they've gone out of business since,
possibly,
but
still up through 2016. Yeah.
that's a long time.
Yes.
So this is what, early 1900s, you said?
Mm-hmm. 1900, I believe. Yes.
And that same picture of the person standing behind the woman doing her hair
Oh, that's cool. On the top
is the one that you showed us.
this one right here.
Yes, it's the same picture and it's on eBay.
Oh.
Hmm.
They have gone out of business.
Vintage dome top.
That's cool.
Vintage 1920s Art Deco. There you go.
There you go. Yep. All right. We can move on now to our bigger piece here. It's all covered up. So this is, I think it's kind of funny. This is a beauty box.
What's funny is it's coming back.
Is it coming back?
The chin strap.
Oh boy.
Yep.
So yes, this is a beauty box from the 1950s, we believe, used for sculpting features. And so it's literally like an
Electric exercise.
It's like an electric exercise box with all these wires and pads that you attach to your face and your body. I think
We even have a manual.
have a manual. Yeah, I was gonna say it
Oh
shows
my
you
goodness.
where everything goes.
The women's section is a lot bigger than the men's section in the manual.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course.
They have the average figure placing around.
All the pads.
All the
Oh
pads.
my goodness.
Yes,
Look at that.
on your neck and shoulders.
This coming back right here. So that's not electric anymore, but you can find people who are still buying things like that to help with their double chin.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How sad.
You just
Yeah.
go right back. Everything comes back.
Mhm.
Yes. What's really funny is that this is about from the 1950s with the pads. But over here we have a Vogue magazine from
Is it this one?
from the 1903 to 1913. And then we
These are
have
so cool.
an advertisement right here for a beauty box itself.
Oh, she's also wearing a chin strap.
Also wearing a chin strap.
Look
Oh
at
my
that.
God.
The things we used to do. And right next to it is a uniform advertisement.
Yes, for your nurse. And up there we have a sewing cabinet.
Love that. I want one of those. That thing's amazing.
But lest men be forgotten, we also have a magazine with an article talking about the well-dressed man
Of course.
and everything that
So
he
maybe
should
just
have.
Turn it this way. Is it sideways?
We have it straight up. Now it's sideways.
So let's see, we have.
Sorry, guys. Trying to give you the best view. There we go.
Thank you. That's good.
Storm coats, wool mufflers, hazard jottings.
So much easier
Oh,
for you.
haphazard jottings.
Hazard.
Jottings. Stuff like that.
And then on her dressing table, everything you need.
Mm.
And it's Vogue.
Oh yes, these are all Vogue magazines from the 1900s, early 1900s. So
It's really cool.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm pretty sure Harry Styles wore that on the last few episodes of the last few Vogue ones.
Finally, a hoarder did some good.
Is there a price on those magazines?
yes, 10 cents
10 cents?
Wow.
Ooh.
or $4 for the whole year.
Wow.
Move your blue finger. Thank you.
1908 February edition.
1908.
This was also 1908. They all from 1908.
My grandparents weren't even a twinkle that year.
They're all 1908. 10 cents, $4 for a year. Look at that.
Yep.
Mm.
These are really cool. I think actually these are probably my favorite.
Yes. It's interesting. They went from a stylistic change
They did.
because here is two different, and then by the time you get to October,
They've changed their style.
oh,
Wow. That would be
That-
cool to look at.
That must have meant that they were out every week.
This one is February. That one's January.
yeah,
Oh my
volume-
goodness.
This one is
Volume 32.
October.
Oh, they've changed volumes. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
These are volume 31s, and this is volume
32.
32s. Oh, interesting.
I wonder when their year was up. Right? So when their volume switched, what month
Mhm.
it would have done that in.
Might have been October. I mean,
Yeah.
that's common in the fiscal year.
Yep.
I mean, I don't
So-
know.
So there's a website you can go to that's called archive.vogue.com. That
Yes.
lets you go back and look at complete copies of historical of the Vogue magazine by week.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
cool. Yes, I know
Hold
of
on.
archive.com. I don't make as much use of it as I should. But yes, that's really pretty much everything we have. I don't know. I don't have a clock here.
It's 11 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
It's
So we
11,
still
and
have
we-
some time.
Kate, I want to know what's to your right.
Oh.
All of this. So these are all of our textiles that are not in boxes. So in order to keep them from having creases or anything like that, we'll roll them up on basically just these PVC pipes right here.
Mhm.
And these go all the way around our room
Yeah, you go,
here.
you're trying to,
What sorts of things do you have in there?
oh, so many.
Oh boy, all sorts of things. These are a lot of flags, but we also have some rugs, some tapestries,
I have a few quilts.
a few quilts.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of non-clothing things that are textilized. Most of our clothing items are either in boxes or they are hanging up on actual clothing racks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, if there's anything, we can kind of show you guys
Ooh.
a bit of this room.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd love to see it.
And we do have a long extension cord. So hopefully we don't give you all motion sickness moving around here. Yeah. This is a fun room. I'm gonna go over here because this is one of my favorite cabinets here. If you can see, y'all can see your lovely faces in there. But this is a lot of our bronze items that we have, and now we keep these separated because they have what's called bronze disease. Y'all have probably seen it before, where you have this greenish oxidization. Yes, that happens with bronze.
It's Friday.
Yes, it is. And it can make it fragile, and it can also spread to other bronze pieces. So we keep these in here with these little desiccant crystals in here that just sucks out the moisture to keep everything nice and
Those
dry.
are stuff that are in our shoes.
Mhm. It is.
Yes.
Yes.
And sometimes you get them in pill bottles. In
We
those
used to
little
hoard
packets.
them. We used to hoard them and just bring them to work when we got them.
We would hoard them because like you could get the little package, you get them everywhere. You get them in medicine, shoes,
Yeah.
depends on what else you get. I found them in clothes pockets before.
Do you want us to save them for you, Bethany?
No, I don't work in collections anymyour.
Okay.
And we have a whole candidate, so I think we are
Oh, okay.
Good.
good. But yes.
How often do you have to change your change them out? Jessica.
6 months or so. They last for quite a while.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yes, a lot of our bronze older things.
It's so funny because like if you didn't know what to look for, you would almost think that these things were painted blue
Yes.
or green.
One would.
Especially these like down here.
Mm-hmm. A little axe head, and
Yeah.
this one actually probably was originally blue. I would guess either painted.
Are these also blue underneath, or these are just the?
I think those are just the brass disease, because up here you can see
Oh yeah.
the same things, but they aren't quite as diseased.
Yeah.
Those look like shower curtain rod holders.
Kind of do.
Yes. I'm not entirely sure if those, I don't think they're celts. A celt is, I think that's the right word. It's a piece of jewelry that would have been worn around like the neck or the wrist. You see it in a lot of Celtic cultures.
Yeah.
C-E-L-T. Celt, yeah.
Yes. So, but I don't think that's what those are. But a lot of this stuff is from Greece, Egypt, a lot of things from Thailand for some reason. Just a whole bunch of stuff, but a lot of things I like because it's all ancient.
So before we had a true collections.
Yes, which was coming before we had a mission. So yes, so that's
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Those things that look like they're tiny earmuffs. What are those?
These things?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
I can. That's not written on the web.
This one says 21C, 19C.
21C 54.
Yeah, it looks like they're a stud. This one's 21C, 19A and B.
Okay.
Yeah.
We thought maybe they were like curtain rod, curtain holders.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what they are. I can look it up pretty quick.
Take you through the archive. It's got
Ooh.
a lovely.
Oh, the archives is out there.
No, they've got a lovely computer program. Archive
yes.
database that
That's
can
perfect.
tell you exactly what it is.
Yes.
Oh, neat. There's our group.
Okay, hello.
You'll roll y'all back and try not to trip up over
The
the
cord.
cord and knock my computer off.
Caleb, when you are storing these items flat on your rods, are they resting? Are they going to be shown again someday?
So the bronze disease ones most likely will not be. Just because they are so fragile and they can spread to other places. However, some of the other flat boxes, like the clothing, could be displayed for a little bit. Obviously not on a mannequin, but flat, just because gravity does a lot of damage to the clothing. So we're very cautious about what we actually put on a mannequin to be up for a while. We have a clothing exhibit up right now that needs to start coming down or rotating just because they've been up for about a year or so. And you can see some of the, especially heavier dresses. We have a Victorian dress up right now that you can just see
Where it's starting to hang.
it's starting to hang a little bit and pull because of how big the skirt.
So these things that are in front of you on the poles on the wall, do you ever take those out and show them, and are they resting?
Yes and yes. So actually we just put up some because we used to have some flags on display. We had
The crazy quilt back here.
the crazy quilt is actually framed.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
So
that.
it's not there, yes. But we had 3 American flags out for a little bit from 3 different time periods. They're rolled up just right over there. So they are resting now, but most of these are I say most of them. Some of them are in good enough condition that you can hang them.
Looks like there's a rug probably.
Yes,
top.
I believe there's a really big American flag. I think it might be that top one right up
It looks
there.
like it.
It is massive. It's actually folded on top of itself and then rolled up because it's so big. But it has a lot of holes and wear and tear in it, so we can't bring that out really unless we have a way to display it totally flat, which just takes up a lot of space. It's funny, if you're really interested in seeing something like that, I believe it was the museum in Norwich, England. They have one of the original flags from Admiral Nelson's ship that he served on and fought Napoleon on. And the flag is absolutely massive. Like, it's about the size of a high school gym. And they had a photo of it completely folded out and them standing next to it.
Wow.
I think it's still on the internet, but super interesting to look up. Absolutely would recommend.
It's what would it be called? What we could look it up.
Admiral Nelson's battle flag, maybe.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think that's about right. So according to our database, to go back to what
looked like the shower rings,
our database says that it's actually a type of currency that was used in West Africa.
Cool.
Oh,
It's money.
Money?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Beats glass beads.
Yeah, well, they did use those, but yeah, I had no idea about those.
I like it.
And I would never guess that either.
Me either.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
So yes, that's that. How are we doing?
11:09.
Well, it's 10 after. If you've run out of stuff, that's okay.
Okay, yeah. Or what? There's more to see if you would like, or we can call it there. Or
why don't we just call it there? This is just so wonderful. I don't know about the rest of the people on this program, but I could just live down in your vault and just
Probably, yes.
peek. And Don and Myra, yes.
Yes.
Yes, but you can never touch anything, Martha.
I know.
It is amazing. I never know what I'm going to find each day. It's pretty crazy. I've been pulling drums for a small display that we're doing, and I've come across one that's about 4 feet high or so, and absolutely massive. That I would have never have expected to see here. Are just about the currency.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Would
That is
never
so
have,
cool. Would not have guessed that
at all. Nope. So it's always an exciting day here.
We have all learned something today, haven't we?
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yes, we have.
You're welcome.
Caleb and Bethany, you have made us happier people today, and we appreciate you.
And hopefully next time you'll get to meet our new friend Isabel.
Yes.
Yes. Will you be doing the 11:30 and 1:30 programs as well today?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Who has a question before we let Caleb and Bethany go?
Any questions?
Okay. Well, I don't know if, can you see our Nia is on Monday, 10:30, 11:30, and 1:30. There we are. Well, thank you, team. I'm glad you were all here. Yes. Caleb and Bethany, please don't wait so long. We could see you once every 2 or 3 weeks if you wanted to do this. I mean, I know it's a lot of trouble.
We'll be back next month.
Good. Yes, please, as often as you can. This is so interesting for all of us, you can tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love doing this. We love being with all this stuff.
That's it. Everybody have a great weekend.
right.
Safe, everybody.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. See y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.